welcome to Monique's Mondays. I'm Nique the Invoice.
I'm your host, Monique Elliott.
And I am the guest star, DYVINE Wallace.
All of that. We have our guest star. I love it. I love it
too. Okay, so we are coming out of Mental Health Month, Women's History Month. We're in a brand new season. We've had eclipses. Talk to me a little bit about what you've been experiencing in your day-to-day with your clients.
Right now, we are actually what I call coming into our happy season. Because what happens is the sun is out, and let me tell you this, weather does play with our emotions. The way the sun is, the way clouds overcast, that's important. I want you to pay attention to that because it does have a play with emotions. So right now I call this the happy season. We're getting ready to go into summer. Our spring is almost over, really. And it went quick, didn't it, everybody? It just went quickly, right? And with that, what I'm experiencing with my clients right now, I call spring new beginnings. Because spring, if you can just look at nature, we're looking at the flowers budding. We're looking at life opening up again. And so with that, I want to challenge everyone here, and I'm so glad we're with you, DYVINE, because I want to challenge you with starting your life. You know what? You don't have to wait for a special day. You don't have to wait till next year. You can literally do small steps right now to start new beginnings. It just takes one step. That's all we have to do. And that's what Monique Mondays are about.
Absolutely.
Dominique, we want to encourage, baby, everyone to look at themselves and say, you know what? I woke up this morning. I have an opportunity to do it right. I have an opportunity to start again.
Yes.
I have an opportunity to change my mind. Don't ever let a person make you believe that you can't change your mind.
Absolutely.
So that is what right now means to me, honey.
I love it. I love it. Before we dive too deep into the conversation, because you know how we get, DYVINE, tell us a little bit about who you are and what you do.
A little bit about me. As you guys know, again, my name is DYVINE Wallace. I am an actor and model. I am signed to the Young Agency out here in Arizona. I'm a former collegiate football player. I used to play at NAU for 5 years. And on a daily basis, you know, I am a sales and business development manager at the Creative District, which is here.
Wonderful.
Yes.
Yes, congratulations, honey.
Thank you. And I also work out, read mentally with the Bible, make sure that I keep God first and keep it to myself and straight. And at the end of the day, you know, I just keep, you know, believing in myself, because if you don't believe in yourself, then you're lost in life, you know.
Yes.
So so yeah, that's who I am. And I'm working on just growing my brand, my name, and making sure that everybody knows the personality and the hardworking person that DYVINE is.
So talk a little bit about that as far as new beginnings go. When you transition from the collegiate space into the adult
Right,
world,
right.
Let's talk a little bit about that, because as we speak about new beginnings, I think it's really important to get that perspective from a young man who is out here doing it and definitely setting an example in a lot of different spaces, because you know, you know how I'm blessed enough to be
Yes.
out in these streets.
Yes,
But talk
yes,
to me a little bit about that, like the transition and how you navigated that new beginning.
Yeah, of course. So coming out of college football, my main goal was overall to be in the NFL, be in the video game of Madden. Like, that was my whole dream. But theoretically, it was just so crazy, because every time that I kept going to these tryouts, running my 40, I kept getting the same exact number. And I'm like, I wonder if he's trying to tell me something, you know, like, because it's amazing how he works in mysterious ways
Come on
that
now.
people don't realize.
Yes.
And so I hit a turning point in my life where I was just like, God, I need some type of guidance. I need your help. Like, I want to follow your plan instead of mine, because my plan was to be in the NFL, but I don't know what your plan is.
Yeah.
So, sure enough, I just posted a picture on Instagram, like, hey, you know, I'm a be a model now, and I had tagged Ethica, and Ethica, like the clothing brand, liked it, and I'm like, oh, okay. So then I'm like, this could really be a thing. So then that's when the young agency hit me up in Arizona, and I signed with them. And the part where I try to tell people, and that I wish that my younger self knew this, is like, you have to fall in love with the pain and the process more than the result.
Come on now. That's a word, honey.
Because signing with them, I'll be honest, I wasn't getting anything. And I was just like, what am I doing here? Like, God, I need, like, what do I need to do? And he's just telling me, just be patient. Because my timing is always correct and it's always right.
Come on, you're speaking a word now.
So transitioning into modeling and acting, now it's just like a plethora wave of just a lot of great things happening, which is obviously glory to him, you know. And then, you know, speaking on with sales and business, like, I just got into this business maybe 3 weeks ago, maybe a month ago, and going into it, I had no clue what I needed to do. Like, I don't know what I'm doing, but, you know, like, being this young, you know, it's just in general life, you have to take risks.
Yeah.
If you don't take risk in life, then you're just, I don't know what to do then, you know. Like, everything is going really, really good. Just so thankful. I would not be anywhere without him till this day as we speak.
Yes.
And I know that so many great things are going to be coming, especially for you guys.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Divine, I want us to think about this. And Divine and I had a little bit of chit chat before we came on with all of you. Yes, I had a little chit chat. But this is important, love, that we share this. He and I talked about being able to mentally and emotionally transition from one dream to another. Because what began to happen is he was trained since a little boy to be in the NFL. That was the training. There's a reason for it. It was preparing you, right? It was disciplining you, getting you ready. And so emotionally, love, how did you make that transition? Because this is why I'm asking. Some people get stuck, honey. Some people get stuck of not meeting the first dream or a dream that they had. And have you ever met someone that only remembers their accolades from high school? I have, and it's not just men, women too. We remember the accolades from one space in our lives, but we have not moved forward with life, right? And you are more than just that one thing, that one situation. And so how did you mentally, honey, make that decision and that transition that right now, it doesn't feel, or I don't believe at this moment, NFL is for me. What did you do? What was that transition? Because that's something I work with my clients with, is that transitioning time. So what did you do emotionally, honey? And how did you handle deciding this is not my path?
So to answer your question, overall, I would say that it was God, because after that had happened, emotionally, I was so drained and stressed that I'm like, what am I going to do with the rest of my life? And so mentally, even to this day, what I tell myself every single day is, I wake up in the morning, put my slides on, touch the Bible, pray to God and say good morning. I'm so thankful for this day. And I say amen, get up off the bed, look at my aunt who recently passed away on the shirt that's hanging on my wall, and I tell her good morning. And then every time I touch my motivational cards, and I tell myself, it's going to be a great day. Because I believe in manifestation.
Come on.
I believe in it so much because you keep speaking it into existence, it's going to happen, I promise you. And a lot of people in this world might think that's crazy, but like only 10% of the world knows that you believe you can achieve it. Just because you fall down 7 times, don't mean you can get up 8.
I'm going to get up here and run around and holler. I'm going to get up here and holler.
So it's, I mean, emotionally it can be draining, yes, but you just have to overall trust in yourself, trust in your family support, trust in God, because if you do that, I promise you everything will subside. Your pain can last for a day, a year, but eventually it's going to subside.
Come on.
Because he wants to see you persevere over all these obstacles and storms, because he gives us the strength, but he's not promising us that everything's going to happen.
Right.
So it's just a matter of emotionally, mentally, me getting out of football. It was tough, it was, but like once I had seen that, so this is the plan that you had all my life, and it's amazing, and it's a blessing to speak on it, because a lot of like younger kids that are in agencies and stuff, they're like, Divine, I'm not getting anything, and I'm like, just keep pushing. Yeah. Something is going to happen, and you'll be so happy that you waited and you did not give up on your dream, man. So yeah, that's my take, man.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Yes, we have a question from the audience. Yes, go ahead. Yes.
I wanted to ask, what does like the peer influence look like for you in football? Did that influence you at all, like amongst your other players?
Yes, thank you. I'm so excited about our audience, y'all. And so the question was, what was the peer influence in you even not going to the NFL, you moving forward in the actually that plan God has for you? What was the peer influence?
So honestly, it's a really good question, but honestly, the peer influence I would have to say my good friends that are very, very supportive, Anthony Sweeney, Morgan Vest, Jaden Wooden, Javon. When I had posted that, they were on the realm of, oh wow, Divine, you should start your OnlyFans, LOL. And I'm like, stop, I'm not doing that. But Anthony, he responded, he's like, bro, you're like a whole model. And I'm like, really? Like, yeah, no, come on, bro. And like, Sweeney, he was and still is like probably the biggest influence in football, because going into my freshman year, he took me under his wing along with Wes Sutton, but once he left, Anthony Sweeney, he's been by my side.
It's beautiful.
And he's taught me a lot about being, like a man in college. And in football, you have to apply yourself. You can't sugarcoat anything. You have to, be confident in who you are as a human being.
Yes.
And so with that being said, like, it was Sweeney who was like a peer influence from the football perspective, and then like with modeling and like just hard work in general, overall God, noticing how my mom and dad, like, they're very hard workers and they never give up on anything, so that's my dream, and I know that I'm going to get there. Like, I know I am in movies and I am in TV shows, magazines and stuff like that. It's just I don't see it yet.
Come on now.
I don't see it yet.
Come on now. In the physical realm.
Right.
In the physical. But everything we do starts here.
Amen.
Everything we do starts with the mind. And if you can see it, and it's the old saying, but it's the fact, you can achieve it. If you can see it, you can achieve it. We just had a women's event,
Yeah.
and amazing. We had an empowerment, and what we did is each woman got a special rock, and that rock was for her. And this is amazing. I was cleaning up after, and I purposely didn't get a gift bag. I gave them all to the women. And while I was cleaning up, I was hearing this clunk, 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 right? This clunk, clunk, clunk in the sink. I was like, what the heck? And so I dig down, I pull out the rock. It was a rock, and it had dream. Y'all, I hollered because I knew God was saying, this one is yours.
Yeah.
If I have to make you dig down in the sink and get your dream out, you cannot stop making it happen what I have for you.
Right.
And what I hear you say is it has to be a belief. It has to be a belief. But what I want to also say is I love that you have friends around you. Be aware of your circle. Be aware of the people that you allow. When I say allow, you do have control over who comes into your circle. You have control over who comes into your space.
Right.
Stop acting like anyone and everyone is welcome just right here. They are not. You must covet that protective space of your life. I equate it to your hand. The middle of your hand, that should be where your closest confidence are. You can't fit a lot of people there. And then as you go outside that hand just a little bit, those are more of your acquaintances. These are just people over here in your fingers right here that you meet along the way. Now be aware and know people do transition.
Yeah.
They can transition in and out of this. It's not a fact of shutting down. It's a fact, though, of having discernment and prayer about who belongs close to you. Because you need those people pouring into you.
Right.
You need those people believing. Some days you don't feel like believing. Some days you're tired. Some days you're saying, what the heck am I in?
You only have 10%.
Yes. So you need those other people because you also began to pour into them.
Yeah.
You are important in their lives, in their circles. So know who you have around you. That's what I hear, Divine. That you have been blessed to have people around you that mentor you, that pour into you, and then hopefully, and it sounds like you do, that you actually listen to. Because
That's another important thing. Regardless of who's around you, if you're not open and you're not teachable, it's a lot it's going to go over your head. Do you have an example of a teachable moment where you were kind of being hard-headed and I think you do.
Yes, when I was being hard-headed. So there was a point in time when it was my sophomore year in college, and I was with Anthony Sweeney, and I believe we were at practice, or it was towards the end of practice. And he was telling me a certain thing that I needed to do in order to make this play, but I wasn't listening, and I wanted to do it myself. So he looked at me and said, a hard head gonna make a soft. You already know.
That's right, we know.
So he said that, and I was like, okay, it's whatever. Like, I'm gonna do it. The next day at practice, I did what I wanted to do, and I got completely bulldozed, completely. And he looked at me, and he's like, "So you wanna do my thing now?"
Right.
Because he knows more than what I do.
Yeah.
And so with that being said, it's just kind of like, as you get older, you start to realize that, like, you are like very capable of doing the right thing with very little effort.
Right.
Okay, and
And
that
s-
is
Talk about
because what? That is,
Talk about it.
that's because you got tired of being bulldozed.
Yes, yes. But it's it's just awesome like looking back, you know, like of how hard-headed I was as like a child. But like I feel like as a child you have to go through those moments of being hard-headed because it's only going to make you stronger as you get older,
Right.
Yes.
I feel. And
Yes.
so yeah, that was my take, yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. I love it. We have been honored
Absolutely.
to have you, Divine.
Thank you.
We have been honored. I appreciate you joining us. Tell me what's on the horizons that's coming up for you, baby. What's about to take place? I see them dreams. I see those visions. And you're blessed. You don't have to dig in a sink, honey. It's right. It's right there. It's
But
right
maybe you
there.
might have
Yeah,
to,
to,
so-
yeah, we never know, right?
Go
We
home,
never.
go home and help your mama wash the dishes.
Yeah.
That's the lesson of the day.
You never know what's going to come, right?
Right.
Right.
But what's coming up for you? What are some things you're working on and that you'd like us to know?
So right now, I mean, obviously, I'm in the sales business. Looking forward to expanding in that. Secondly, I am very passionate about overall being on TV. So like, my personality and me being outgoing, funny, loud, goofy, I want to show that constantly.
Come on now.
And so, I am taking like a lot of acting classes. I'm working on my self tapes and like doing a lot of fashion shows. I'm gonna be doing 2 runways here in Arizona, and then
Congratulations,
thank you. And then I am going to go watch my film that I did in the Bay Area in theaters May 7th, which is
Ooh,
cool.
congrats.
Yeah, which is cool.
Let us know more when,
Yeah,
when
yeah.
this happens.
And then in June I go to LA again for another fashion show for the BET Awards.
Oh, that's
Which is
a big-
awesome.
Congratulations.
Yeah, so I'm
Really big.
that's what's on the horizon right now. I'm just taking it, you know, one day at a time, never look in the past or future, just keep every day counting and pushing, you know.
Yes.
My main goal though is by the end of this year to be on a billboard.
Yes.
That is my main goal. And then
Yes.
that's when more and more will prosper and come in abundance, you know.
Yes, yes, and it shall happen.
Amen.
Amen. It shall happen because we've all touched and agreed about it. And anytime we come together and touch and agree, all right, you're going to get me up here preaching now. We touch and agree, it's going to take place, okay? So we are so grateful that you, audience, have joined us. Thank you. We appreciate you. Thank you for asking your question. It was on point. And as we get ready to wrap this part up, I just want to encourage you. Don't stop dreaming. Don't stop looking. That means don't stop looking for miracles. Don't close your eyes. Your day is going to start excellent if you believe it. If you believe you're going to have a good day, you're going to have a good day, no matter what comes, no matter what comes your way. I appreciate you. I love you. I want you to be blessed. Join us again on Monique's Mondays.